Okay, hello guys and welcome to a new save by me FM Live. It's a new year, it's a new start, and I've got all the badges for all the clubs and everything now. So we're gonna sort out a new formation, but as you can see I've got Januzaj, Bruma, Werner and Kovacic. Now part of having this save was I decided I'd like to add a twist to it, and I'd like to use youngsters. Now if you look at Bruma, 18 years old, which is brilliant. So we've got an 18-year-old, we've got a 19-year-old, oh yeah, Will Hughes as well. This is one of my favourite players at Derby. I'm not a Derby fan, but I do like Will Hughes. He's a talented lad. Timo Werner, who is even younger, and then Adnan. So we have a load of youngsters. We've thrown them into a team, and we're going to just see what we can do with them over the course of the season. We're going to try. The main part of the challenge is to get to the Premier League. Now, what I do when I'm creating a tactic is I find out that I've got good wingers in this team. Werner's an option for left wing, Maiden's a good striker. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put our poacher role on the right. We will put the false 9 role on the left, and then we'll see. There it is. Werner is a good poacher, Maiden's a false 9. We've got 2 wingers, and as you can see they are definitely going to be wingers this season, and I will have them as support wingers, which means they won't be cutting inside and trying to shoot themselves. Click over Kovacic. Now I actually like my box to box here, so these two will switch over in a moment, and then my deep lying on the right. So I'll click that and they do swap very fast over. And then we have our limited defenders. Our centre backs are weak, and they're going to need a bit of guidance, and that is what we'll do. We'll just put them in limited roles, and it should be a lot easier for the players to understand what they are asked to do. Now the mentality of this formation, I'd like to control the game and play a bit fluid, but it might change into a rigid formation. Okay, now we want to exploit the flanks, use a higher tempo with the more direct passing. More direct passing, if you hover over, you will see that it does say about you play faster. It's around quicker transition from back to front, with the ball covering long distances in a quicker amount of time, which is fantastic for counter-attacking, not so good for control, so I'm going to change that. We're going to clear the ball to flanks, drill the ball and run at defence. I'm not going to put on the work ball into the box yet, because I don't know if it will be needed. So we'll change this to attacking. I don't know if that'll stay like that. Okay, another part of making your formation is your player instructions. Okay, so our poacher is on the right. You want them to close down left, you want them to stay upfield. You want them to run into channels, and that is it. That is that striker. Your false 9, you want them to what do we want them to do? I don't think I normally do over these, because false 9s normally work well. Now wingers, you want them to get further forward and stay wider, and you want them to cross aim for I like near post crossing. Okay, so again, you can actually look at the player's stats and think crossing wise, he's not very good. Then we look over here, crossing, that's not bad. But in this division, I would like to see some crossing. And we'll see how we can do that. If you're crossing near post, it's not as hard. another thing is the finishing is not very good on him, and it's okay. I'm not going to tell him off. Actually, I'm still going to tell him to shoot us off. He should lay it off for the strikers more. Deep line playmakers, you don't normally do a lot for these. You just tell them to maybe close down more. And then your box-to-box midfielder, you want them to shoot less, definitely. Okay, so now I'm not going to encourage to close down faster. I think I'm going to deal with what I've got now. So we're going to click the back button and it will take us back to this page. Okay, now I use the clear entire team and it will come up with all the positions in order like this. So we're going to play with Sam Slocombe in goal. I want Ribeiro, I like to say Ribeiro, but my friends tell me off for it. And then we're going to go with Murphin, Canavan, and yeah, I'm going to go with Williams. Okay, now we're going to go and put in our central midfielders. Michael Collins, no, not Michael Collins, are you mad? Kovacic and Will Hughes. Then we go with Januzaj or whatever, Januzaj, I don't really care. I'm going to go Timo Werner on the left wing. That means Bruma's not on, so move him forward. Bruma and Paddy Maiden. So this is pretty much the team that it said a minute ago. Swap them over. That is the team that it said a minute ago, and it is the best team for me at the moment. Actually, I might have to change the defence slightly. So unpick positions, and it will just put your subs on for you. So we're going to submit this team. Let's hope these speakers are not too loud. I try and get a bit of sound in the videos now of the matches. Okay, so assertive, you know, you can get yourself a chance to play in the competitive matches, which I think is key. Players like to hear that. Wow, that's fast. Okay, I have it a little bit turned up, but okay, so there's a bit of controlling play by Zaragoza. They seem to know what they're doing. They're getting in space and a good shot, but Slocombe quick to react and got to the ball. I'm just going to turn these speakers down. So attacking now, carrying the ball out wide. He cuts the ball across, but Werner is a small player, won't get to that. Bruma's on the ball. Paddy Maiden nearly got to it, but it was cut out very fast by the defence. Williams throws the ball in, and Paddy Maiden takes the shot, but there's not much that's happening there. Bruma is looking complacent. What a surprise. You know, he's a young lad. I've got a lot of young lads in the team because of my changes, and the reason I've done that isn't because I want to just go, oh, I'm cheating. It's not. I want to see what they end up like as a team in a matter of years when we're in the Premier League, maybe even when we're in the Championship, the difference that they'll make if I can keep hold of them. You know, I might have to sell them, but it will give the team money to be able to grow youngsters. So we are 1-0 behind. We're going to change to controlling, and work ball into box because we're just not getting our shots right. Okay. We're looking at overrunning midfield. I think we might have to play a lone striker. Just one player up front. But the thing is, friendlies, they are for experimenting and, you know, figuring out what you're going to do. At the end of the day, I'm not bothered about the final score of a friendly. It's about trying to get your tactics right and get the team ticking. So I can easily just click on the tactics button with a bit of lag. You know, I can swing him across here and pull Paddy Madden back here. You know, and then actually I've changed them over. I think Madden is a bit more reliable. Yeah, we'll go with that. Actually, advanced playmaker, he'll be able to do it. I know he looked weak in that position, but you know, put him in support and we'll just see what he's like behind him, because I think you've got to experiment with things like this during games, because suddenly it clicks and you can see it happening. You can see the whole game just change its ways. And if nothing changes, we're going to go to a rigid style. So they're still very much attacking on us. You know, they seem to be in our half a lot more than we are in theirs. I've turned the speaker down that's next to the microphone, so maybe you can hear me a bit better. I don't know, you might not be able to. Okay, so we're coming up to half time now. We're going to go into the next half in a rigid style. Okay, so we're going to start, and then because I need to change these first, higher, go route 1, passing space. Oh no, you got. Okay, so we then put that in attacking, not rigid, because the players aren't carrying it off very well. Oh, just moving. Okay, so as you can see on the bottom bar, our possession bar seems to be, it's increased since the first half. We are doing quite well to hold the ball a bit better. Look at that pass, straight into space. Bruma, not very good. He tries to dribble too much and he just doesn't get past players very well. But I think he will in the next 2 years. You know, I think he's going to develop massively, and maybe when he's 25, 26, he will be a fantastic player. He's going to have the speed, dribbling, crossing. He's going to be great for passing, especially to be able to, because he'll be able to cut into space, create his own space, and then other players create their space around him off the ball, and I think it'll work a lot better. Ribeiro and Bruma is held by the keeper very well. Well read off the bottom there. Okay, so Williams will take the throw. Timo Werner struggling. We're going to make some changes now. We want to see more than just the players that are on, for sure. So we're going to see Michael Collins take Will Hughes' position. Sayers will take Kovacic's position. Nolan to take Ribeiro. Andy Dawson to take Williams. Dion Burton for Paddy. No, in fact, we're gonna have to change the wing. Right, watch this. We changed there, and then Bruma off for Dia. No shit. Paddy comes back. Then Broomer off for Dia. Okay, so that's all I'm going to change. You know, we're going to see a few more players, see how they play, see how they can create their space as well. Oh, good goal. You know, I'm also watching their players because I might think of buying their players in a couple of years' time. Like this number 10, he's definitely one to watch. He's playing really well. I've selected him. I think it will show him. So I just want you to watch his run now. He gets himself forward. Okay, he holds back and he lingers outside. But if the ball dropped to him, he'd make no mistakes. He would strike. And he's played very well this game. He's standing off though a bit now. He's looking a bit tired maybe. But I don't know. Look at that ball. He's brilliant. And then he'll stand off. And he'll wait. You know, if the ball comes outside of the box, he'll soon snap it back in. Now, we watch my number 10, Paddy Maiden. You know, he's an attacker. He's dropped right back. And this isn't what you want to see. This is not what you want to see. You don't want to see Paddy right back in defence. You want him to be right up the other end of the pitch. You know, he's an attacker. He's outside the box here. Timo can knock it back in. But look at Maiden. He's just... Okay, so he stays forward now. And we don't get to see it, so there's not much I can commentate on. So yeah, I'll just talk about what we're planning for this new year. For the new year, we're over 1.6k now. So we're going to be using this Scunthorpe save. Obviously, it's got a twist to it with the young players. There's going to be extra challenges along the way. If you go to our official website, you can request for saves and challenges on there. Instead of changing the team, you can just say current, and then you just tell me the challenge that you think I should do on the current save. So the official website is fmlife.webs.com. I'm sure it's in the description below, and it's going to be in every description for all my new videos. So, so the official website, it's got a lot of things on it to do with the saves. It's got the Twitter feed on it. It's got feedback. You can subscribe to the website to get all the latest news from me. If you follow the Twitter account, then you'll get all the latest news. I'm not always using the Twitter. I've got to admit that I'm not always updating it. But we didn't do bad there. We need to increase our shot accuracy. But they're a better team than us, so that was expected. We'll just check the time of the video. So we're 18 minutes in. We'd best finish up. Okay, so if we click tactics. So we're taking Bottisford next. So Bottisford are like a local team to Scunthorpe, and they're in Scunthorpe basically. It's a team in Scunthorpe, at the bottom of the hill, and yeah, it's a nice friendly, just to give a bit of fitness to the players. So next time there will be a video. We're going to check out the fixtures. Opening day of the season is after Bottisford. We've got Exeter. Now I don't know what you'd rather see out of these two games. There's only a couple of days between them. I'm sure I can put them both in that video. So I'm going to do the opening day of the season. We're going to put the Derby game into that video too. I'm going to sort out some tactics, and I will see you again in episode 2. So goodbye for now, and I hope you loved the new audio. Check out our website, put a request in, and goodbye.